Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorites. That's going to be Toxicroak. Now this is going to be a level 41 completely maxed out because of the IV spread that it does have. I was able to do that, and so we're going to be able to even up our attack even more. As you're going to see, the IVs and as well as the moveset on the side here, we do have 15 attack, therefore we're going to be bumping it up just a little bit more at level 41 best buddy here. So not to take away from the other Pokemon that I'm going to be using here, we have Drifblim as well as Shadow Lapras, which has been elite TM'd for that quick move, so we can just get better usage out of it all around, right? We made that investment, we went all the way. So Drifblim and Lapras are going to be performing just magnificent. Honestly, I wanted to make a separate video for each one of these, but we're just going to go ahead and take a look at them all together for now, and we'll get to them later down the line with other videos here. So Toxicroak is going to be doing absolutely amazing. Counter is a very strong quick move, as we know in PvP in general for everything, and with Toxicroak getting stab as well as best buddy level 41, it is going to just be doing that much more damage. So take a look at this Drifblim here, almost 100%. I did go plus that, and it's shiny. An absolute crazy go plus. I can't even believe it. So you know I had to max that out a while ago and purchase that secondary move. Not a cheap investment by any means, but it was worth it because the thing does put in work. Now we will be vulnerable to, say, a Glade, right, with Confusion, Leaf Blade, or even close combat, but that's where the Drifblim comes in handy, and it is going to completely wall it all together. The Confusion damage, you know, it is going to stack up eventually, but we're going to be able to get off those Icy Winds to lower the attack. There we go again with those debuff attacks. They're just great. I love them. And it is going to be able to help us. All right, so we're going to get into the commentary here right after this battle. We're going to be taking that win with the Toxicroak at the end. Great. And we're going to be keeping this lineup for the entire video. We're going to be leading with Toxicroak. All right, so we're met with an Ampharos here. I mean, this isn't the worst situation. We're going to be able to get to these Mud Bombs a little bit faster. They're going to be able to get to that Thunder Punch. And it looks like we had a tie here. We're going to be able to get it first, though, because of our attack. They're getting it off, and they're going to be swapping into a Swampert, and we're going to go right into our Drifblim here. They're not able to get off a Hydro Cannon before we're able to get to the Icy Wind. That's beautiful. Therefore, we're going to be able to lower their attack, and they're using a shield. Perfect. So if they have Earthquake, I mean, that's pointless at this point. Going for Sludge Wave is also pointless because Ghost resists Poison-type moves. And then the Hydro Cannon is their only option here, doing neutral damage. But as you can see, it is starting to add up. It is, you know, starting to do a good amount of damage here. So I think we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Yeah, keeping that Drifblim alive. We're going to be going for Shadow Ball. Honestly, I should have just went for another Icy Wind. Yeah, definitely should have went for Icy Wind. So they're swapping really quick here. Very nice. I was thinking I could get to an Icy Wind, therefore I didn't swap, and letting them gain a little bit of extra energy, doing that much more damage to our Toxicroak here. And we're able to get to a Mud Bomb. Let's see what happens here. We're going to take it out. Beautiful. Of course, there's no more shields. They have a Venusaur back there, but unfortunately, our Lapras is going to be left vulnerable. It is going to be Shadow, so it is going to be a little bit squishier than normal Lapras, and that is going to be doing massive damage, and I do kind of rage quit out of there. Good games. Moving it on to the next one here. And just a little bit more information, I didn't even test this out or anything like that. I just went into the Go Battle League, thought it was a good team comp, and I was having fun. Yeah, you lose a few, you still have to stick with it and test it out a little bit more. If it's a horrible team comp, you know, switch it up and change it, make some changes to your team. But otherwise, you know, keep rolling with it. I felt really comfortable with it, even though I was taking a few losses here. I just needed to find my niche, and you can't win them all. Remember that. So up against this Venusaur here, we did lower the attack, and the Frenzy Plant is still going to be hurting, even though we resist it, just because Frenzy Plant is one of those OP Community Day moves, right? So we're going for another Icy Wind. They're still holding on to 2 shields, and so are we. Not able to get to another Icy Wind, while that Empoleon is able to gain a little bit more energy. Going in here with the Toxicroak, and we're absolutely going to shield this up. Toxicroak is the key at this point. Going for a Hydro Cannon, and they're staying in here. Drill Peck, right? I mean, I don't know. All right, whatever. So they're going to be swapping into Clefable. We're going to get out of there quickly, although we're not taking super effective damage from the Charm because we are part Poison. Toxicroak isn't the tankiest thing around. It is still doing neutral damage, and Charm just being so strong, it's basically super effective damage, right? So going in here with the Lapras, and we're going to go ahead and shield this up because it is the key at this point. Shielding that Psychic. Going to go ahead and go for the Surf here. Unfortunately, yeah, we tied for that, so I didn't hit any of those, so I'm able to farm a little bit. And since I did do that, we're going to be able to get to Surf, and hopefully we can get a shield and then go in here with our Toxicroak and then just go for that Mud Bomb immediately. All right. Oh, I don't know about this. I think we're going to lose this one here. That was a close one. Drill Peck taking us. Oh, no. What? Toxicroak. Okay. Wow. That was crazy. So what happened there was basically Surf's damage registration is a little bit slower than the counter. So the counter was able to get through before they're able to get off their quick move. Beautiful. See, that's the difference between different turn moves. Some of them are slower like Confusion, then some of them are quicker like Counter or other ones, right? So anyways, we're matched up against this Gyarados here, hoping that they would use their shield. Unfortunately, they didn't. Sludge Bomb would have bring them down low enough for me to potentially farm them. So the game plan is if they didn't shield it up, then we're swapping into our Drifblim. But unfortunately, they were able to get to a crunch, doing so much damage to us. Now we're in a horrible situation here. We did lower the attack, and I wanted to farm down. Couldn't we have gotten off that Icy Wind? Unfortunately, we didn't. So we're just going to go ahead, I think, go in here and farm with Toxicroak. Yeah. Seeing that that's probably their counter to a fighter. Ah, no, they're running double flying, so we're not looking great. But then again, we could be in an okay situation. Let's see what they have back there. It is going to be a Blaziken. So since we did get a bit of an energy advantage there, we're looking pretty nice. So we're going to be able to get to this. You're able to get to the serve at a pretty fast rate here. Taking a lot of damage from that super effective counter from Blaziken. That thing does put out a lot of damage. Hitting me with the Blaze Kick. We had to shield it up. It doesn't matter what it is. We're going to be able to do a ton of damage with the Lapras, with the Ice Shards onto the Dragonite here. They're going to be getting off their energy. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this, folks. I think, let's see what Toxicroak can do. All right. Oh, man. Oh, why did I go for Mud Bomb? I think we could have gotten to Sludge Bomb there. Well, no, we have 1 HP. I don't think we would have. Okay, so it is what it is. We're losing here. The Dragonite has a few HP, but that was a close fight and still really good. All right, moving it on to the next one here. We're met with a Tangrowth. All right, this is good for us because we're going to be resisting both the Rock Slide that they probably do have as well as the, Power Whip. So they're going for the Rock Slide. We're letting it go through. Great. And we're holding all this energy here. And now we're going to go ahead and release it onto the Lapras. The Sludge Bomb's going to do a lot of damage. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and stay in here because our other Pokemon in the back do have good matchups with it. The Shadow Lapras, yes, will be taking super effective damage right back, but the Drifblim should be able to handle it. It does have Rock Slide, but let's see what happens here. I feel comfortable just staying in this fight and putting on the pressure with the Toxicroak, farming it all the way down, and they're bringing in a Charizard. We're going to go Sludge Bomb here. Let's see if we can get that shield out of them. No shield, doing a lot of damage to Toxicroak and letting it farm us. That's perfectly fine. Let's see what I decide to do here. Going in with the Lapras. Great. So we still have a shield left. I think we're going to go ahead and let this go through. They want to get our shield. They're going for our Blast Burn. They're going all in, swapping into their Tangrowth, and we're going to go right into our Drifblim here. Now we're going to have to shield up this first Rock Slide because, yeah, that will be doing a lot of damage. But once we start lowering the attack, we're not going to really have to worry about it too much. I mean, never mind. I take that back. The Rock Slide's still going to hurt, but we're going to be able to take less damage, obviously. But watch this. So shieldless battle. There's that Rock Slide. They have no more shields either, so we're going to go ahead and go for another Icy Wind. Taking them out. Charizard's going to... it's so low. We're good. And we're able to just farm it down. Great. See, as you can see, all of these Pokemon are playing really good positions. It's not just the Toxicroak, but I just kind of wanted to highlight it because I really like Toxicroak, and I'm proud of this, level 41 Best Buddy. It's awesome that I have that, as well as that almost Shundo Drifblim. And then, I mean, the Shadow Lapras, too. I mean, they're all prizes to be proud of. All right, so we're looking okay. We're going to do better. We're going to get a 4-1. Don't worry. Let's get it. So we're met with a Shadow Dragonite. I mean, it's not the worst situation. It is very glassy, so we don't have to worry too much. But we are going to go ahead and shield this up because, yeah, the attacks sure do hurt coming from that Shadow Dragonite. They're going to be swapping into a Lapras here, and don't know if this was the right play. We go ahead and go Shadow Ball to just do as much damage as we can instead of lowering the attack, but we're able to get to an Icy Wind. They're building up extra energy here. All right, that works for me. So we're going to go ahead and lower that attack. We are locked in here, expecting them to go for the kill shot, and then we're going to go ahead and go in here with the Toxicroak and farm down. All right, we're just waiting the clock. We actually didn't need to wait the clock, and since we did lower the attack, I think we can go ahead and let this go through. It is, it's going to do a decent amount of damage, but that's still fine. We're still in the yellow. Going for the Sludge Bomb here. Let's see if they let this go through. Bingo. And it does. They still have 2 shields, so we are not in the winning condition yet. So let's see what they have. It's a Venusaur, so we're getting, this is getting a little nerve-wracking because we do have that Lapras back here. Swapping immediately. Even though they've built up energy at this point, we'll see what we can pull off here. So we're going to have to shield this up for sure. Expecting another one pretty much back to back. We're going to go ahead and go for the surf here in hopes that they do shield it up. It's an ice beam. They shield it up. Beautiful. And they're absolutely going to be able to take us out at this point. It's all up to the Toxicroak, but I really don't know that we're going to be able to pull this one off here. Absolutely not. And all right, so we could have won, but they just made that beautiful swap to catch the Mud Bomb on the Lapras that was basically over. Well played. That was the winning condition, and they got it. I must say, that was a very nice swap. I love those kind of in-game situations. That doesn't even upset me. It's like, well, you got me. Well played. Alrighty, on to the next battle. We're met with a Charizard, and again, a not really good situation. So we're going to be swapping into our Drifblim and getting off an Icy Wind before they get off a charge move. Great. Blast Burn is still going to hurt even though we lowered the attack. They're going to be swapping, holding on to energy, and going into Aggron of all Pokemon. Now, I know about this thing, and it actually is pretty okay depending on the Pokemon lineup you do have, but we do have Toxicroak, so we don't really need to worry about it. If we didn't have a fighting type of some sort or something to counter it, we could be in some trouble with Lapras as well. But we do have Toxicroak, so we're going to go ahead and go in here and make them waste that energy, and they're going in here with the Charizard. I'm expecting a Dragon Claw because they want to burn our shields at this point, and probably expecting us to shield it up, but we're letting it go through, going for the Mud Bomb, getting their shield, swapping into Lapras. What do they have? It's going to be another Lapras. All right, here comes the strategy. This is going to be real fun. Let's go for it. So what are we going to do here is go for 2 of these Skullbashes. I think is actually 3, because we do have 2 shields left. Since we have that shield advantage, we're in a beautiful position to just go for the Skullbashes and raise our defense, and then potentially come out of this battle with energy. This actually is going to last long enough for them to potentially swap back in, because we're continuously raising our defense in this mirror match here and shielding them up. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up as well. Could have potentially let that go through, but we want to hold on to this health as much as possible here. Getting to another Skullbash, but they're going to be getting a Surf because it's going to be impossible because we are ahead on energy. So we know it's going to be a Surf, not that we could shield or anything because we've used all our shields. Not hitting them all because we want to farm down at this point. They're going to be able to get to another Surf, but that's fine because we have raised our defense so much at this point. We have nothing to worry about, but we want to come out of here with energy, bringing in that Charizard. And since we did raise our attack, I was like, please be a Dragon Claw. We'll be able to easily survive that. A Blast Burn? I don't think so. So it is a Dragon Claw. We're able to get off the Surf here. We should be able to farm down that Lapras in the back. And Shadow Lapras putting in work with the Skullbashes. That was awesome. Fantastic. Alrighty, moving it into the next battle, we're going to be met with a Typhlosion, and this is good for us. We're going to be able to spam the Mud Bombs faster than they can get off those Blast Burns. And our Quick Move is doing more damage than their Shadow Claw. These are super effective, so they're going to have to shield that up. They want to preserve that Typhlosion there, and we're absolutely going to shield this up because a Blast Burn would easily KO at this range of health. Expecting a swap here. Looks like they're getting a bit of energy and going into the Lapras. We could have potentially stayed there because we do have the Drifblim, although this, the Dragon or the Shadow Claw would have been doing super effective to the Drifblim. So we decided to just go ahead and mirror the Lapras battle here. I think I go for a Skullbash. I'm like, all right. I don't care if they use their shield. That's fine. That'll be their last shield, and we would have raised our defense. Seeing that they went for the Surf right away, that was the opportunity and time for me to go for the Skullbash, I do believe. So now we're going to go ahead and go for the Surf. And beautiful. Now we can just farm down at this point, because obviously this is not going to be a Skullbash, and it wouldn't KO anyways because we did raise our defense. And they're going to be swapping into their Typhlosion here. I do believe we let this go because we're just going to go back in here with our Toxicroak and then farm a little bit. Now hit the Mud Bomb. Beautiful. Now we're going to have extra energy. They have that Lapras back there. Let's see what's going to happen. They also have another Pokemon they haven't revealed yet. It's going to be an Escavalier, and this is absolutely a good situation to be in since we do have that shield. So the counter is going to be doing neutral because it is going to be Steel and then Bug, so that's super effective. The Mud Bombs are going to be neutral as well. This would obviously KO, so we're going to be shielding it up. Now we didn't have to shield up the Toxicroak, but I wanted to just to showcase it and just, it's a video about Toxicroak, so let's go. And it's able to just sweep the team up there. Fantastic. Alrighty, on to the next battle here. We're met with a Magnezone. We're getting ready for a swap. They're going to swap immediately into a Snorlax. Now, that's another situation I could have stayed, right? Yeah, totally. But there's going to be a counter to a fighter in the back. There is going to be. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and preserve the Toxicroak. And we have the Lapras, which can help us with that counter to the fighters. And this matchup right here is a very interesting one. If they have Body Slam and Superpower, it's looking good for you. If it's an even energy situation. All right, you're going to be able to just lower that attack, and the only thing that can really hurt you with is going to be that lick adding up slowly but surely. Body slams obviously are going to be doing damage, but not much at all, as you're going to see here. All right, look at that. Beautiful. Getting to another Icy Wind. Now, do not go for Shadow Ball in this situation. If you're the Drifblim, obviously, it's not very effective. Just continuously going for Icy Wind to lower their attack. And we're able to get to another one here. See if they want to use a shield. I think they do. I was thinking to myself, if they use a shield. And they do. So I got a little nervous and I used one myself. Not good. Because now they're going to be able to lick us down. I thought I might be able to farm them down, but unfortunately not. So we're going to go in here with Toxicroak, and now they have the switch advantage. So there's their counters to the fighter. It's a Machamp. So that's not going to be good for our Lapras. So what we need to do, go for the Sludge Bomb. They let it go through, and I think we let this go through as well because Rock Slide and Cross Chop, I mean, both are not very effective, so we don't need to waste a shield. All right, in comes the Magna Zone, and we're great. Toxicroak again. Do you see this thing? Yes, it does have its weaknesses. Confusion will absolutely wipe it out. I can see it in the comments. Well, my Hypno, Venusaur, and Aggron team will be, or something. All right. So yes, of course, there's always going to be easily a team that you can counter somebody else's team by simply looking at it and saying what will counter it. All right. But it's another thing to go into Go Battle League with the algorithm and use it. All right. Not saying anybody's team is bad. I'm just saying, of course, you can counter somebody's team by simply saying what Pokemon you should use. So we're up against this Togekiss here, and yeah, we're just going to keep lowering the attack at this point. Icy Wind super effective. We're getting a shield out of them. I think we're just going to go ahead and let this go through. I didn't think I would, like, survive. I did survive, and I was like, oh, maybe can I get to another Icy Wind? But no. So we're definitely going to have to go in here with Lapras. We're not going in there with Toxicroak. That would be one insanely bold farm down. So they're bringing in the Snorlax, so we're going to go ahead and go Skullbash here to raise our attack. We have to worry about Superpower, right? I don't know. Maybe it's more common for people to run Earthquake now in Premier Ultra, and there it is an Earthquake, but still it's doing damage. But since we did raise our defense, Lapras, let's go. Shadow Lapras with defense up is dangerous for sure. So we're looking great. This is probably going to be a Body Slam, and not going to KO, maybe close. All right, yeah, no, it took us out. And in comes our Toxicroak. They're going in here with their Swampert, and we're going to have to shield this up. We have no more Pokemon left except for the Toxicroak. So yet again, Toxicroak, are you going to do this for us, buddy? You got this, dude. So we're building up to 2 of these Mud Bombs just about. Getting the first one off here. And getting this other one off. Looking great. And Toxicroak, yet again, pulling it off for us. Unless this Snorlax has an Earthquake. And we're able to win. Looking fantastic. Alrighty, on to the next battle here. We're met with another Swampert. So, okay, let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and go into our Drifblim. And they're going to be swapping into their Snorlax. Again, another situation that we just saw. So that Swampert does have a decent amount of energy on it. We have to keep that in our mind. We also have a Lapras that can go up against it, no problem. It can get hit by an Earthquake, and that does hurt, but our moves are doing pretty good to it. So in this situation again, let's see how this plays out. Of course, they're going to keep going Body Slams. Since we have a little bit more experience as to how this is going to play out, I think we can be a little bit more wise in our movement and how we do treat the situation here. So going for another Icy Wind, that's all you're going to do, right? And they're swapping, there you go, and then they're going to be hitting us with a Hydro Cannon. I do believe, yep, shield this up. Since they're locked in here, what we're going to do is go ahead and get to an Icy Wind, lower their attack, and then bring in the Shadow Lapras, since it is going to be a little bit more comfortable in case we did get hit with the Earthquake. What we're going to do is not really shield up anything, and we're looking great. I think eventually we might shield something, but since we're in a pretty good spot here, Toxicroak can handle some stuff with a shield. So it looks great. They're deciding to not shield that up. We're going to go ahead and let this go through as well, expecting a Hydro Cannon. It's not going to do much at all. Look at that. Looking great. Able to farm down. We have a Surf ready to go as well. Fantastic. But we have to be on our toes here. Charizard. All right, so they wanted us to get this off, and that's fine. I mean, I didn't feel like, oh, they made me waste it. So, you know, a little bit, but at least the Snorlax is out of the way. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb here. Let's see if we can get a shield right away. I don't think so. No, they're holding it onto their shield. So I'm going to have to do some maneuvering here. Check this out. This is pretty clutch, and I do believe this is our last battle. So if you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Turn notifications on. I'll be keeping you up to date and bringing you the current battles for Go Battle League, as well as some wild picks. So we got that shield finally. and they're going to be able to farm us down. Now, what? Oh boy, we have one shield. We're fine. We're good. So we're going in here with the Drifblim. We're going to go ahead and let this go through and then swap into the Lapras immediately, having them use their energy here. I mean, I didn't really have to do all this, I know. Could have just simply used the shield, but we're just playing it safe, and we're able to finish it off with the Lapras. Looking good, folks. Let's get it. So this is going to be the 4-1 run, and yeah, not bad. I still have some more sets, so I'm going to be getting back to it. And like I said, if you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll keep these videos rolling, folks. So why do I use a golden Raz? Because I don't like continuously trying to catch them. Thanks for watching, and take care.